Réponse de Leon!
It is now time for Réponse de Leonesse to go after the Black Pyramid of Nagash. We're going to let her declare war upon them and probably charge on her own. I think she's going to be able to win on her own. Karaz Akarak, would you like to trade yet? It would be a great idea. He doesn't want to trade yet. Oh, he doesn't like me nearly as much. I'm a great power, and so he's a little bit jealous. So what can we do about that? It's very simple. We've got 2 turns to finish what we're doing now. After we get our almshouses, what we can do, we can come over here and get Kings of the Mountains diplomacy to get more diplomacy with them. Or, you know, a higher level of relations with them, not more diplomacy. We have plenty. All right. And beyond that, I think when it comes to any like diplomatic relations, we're fine. We're okay. We're going to make it. Now, Lakwa is the one that I wanted to ally with just because I thought it would be prudent for me to do so. Many of you were like, hey, don't kill them. They're actually pretty cool. So I will leave them be. They will be my great little ally. And I might even form a military alliance with the Greybeards and Lakwa because I will form the outer ring. Later, they'll come help me out. For Mogan, the devoted, will bring him down. I want him to pray for a little while. And we'll come after this treasure over to the west. And let's see. We will then take our time. Move over here because we need her to go to war now. There we are. Actually, let me show you something that you can do. Instead of like going to diplomacy and trying to find who you need, double click on their name, done. I always forget about that option. It's a great option. There's like a bunch of little things like that in the game. All right, Sir John, you'll wait back over here because you do need water. As for you, can we move anymore? We can't really move anymore, can we? Not really. And I need a bit more. I need 50. Okay, how much do I have? 60? I would have been able to move just enough to make it. Here would be fine. All right, let's end our turn now so that we can actually engage in a nice big fight and take on some enemies. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to do it. And we're going to handle the Black Pyramid of Nagash by doing this here. It's going to be great. There's the Greybeards prospectors bringing out their agent. I wonder if they would even help me in that war if I were to have a military alliance with them. I have no idea, but we do have some enemies up north to go handle. So what I'll do then, I'll take Sir John. Sir John is going to bring his army up north, and we'll let him go handle that for us. Now, while we're moving, we need to get relatively close, maybe about here. Form up our encampment. Henry Le Massif is at rank 27. So we'll put a point over here into training, finally. It's only 5 experience, but we could certainly use it for some of our newer units. Agromigdal, again, is not a very vital location to me. There are other locations that are a little bit more important to me. I do want to get +2 to armor for all armies by building up my armory in every major capital that I can. So we'll do that instead. And Geneve Beaumont, I shall give to you the transformation of Kadan for that Manticore. A free summoned Manticore sounds pretty darn nice to me. So let's do that real quick. And we'll see what happens beyond that. It's been a fantastic campaign, though. There's been a lot that has happened, many wars that have been waged. And of course, it's very hard to beat the epic brutality of playing Bretonnia over here where there's so many enemies. Like right now, what am I doing? I'm setting up a major fight. Let's go fight it. It is now time for our large battle to begin. Thankfully, we do over here have 25% physical resistance for our army, meaning that we should be okay. We can negate 25% of all physical damage, though they are using a Tomb Swarm and another ability right over here, ripping right through my units. I thought maybe I could wait it out. It did a lot more damage than I really wanted it to. I mean, none would be preferable, but look at how much damage has been dealt. I thought a Earthblood would counter a lot of it. No, it really didn't. It's a devastating ability, and they'll be using one more. So now we have archers going after their archers. The goal is to limit their own ranged damage. Henry Le Massif, he's now charging in. He's at nearly 200 for his charge bonus. Everyone is charging in. Repons is going after the Tomb King. Now, where would Henry be going? He's going right over here to go fight these Ushabti. They need to go away, and so go away they will. It'll just take a minute for Henry to get right on over. So let's go look at what's happening right now. Everyone is charging in. Repons will slay that Tomb King. Elsewhere, on the right flank, we're looking at magnificent charges from our mounted units going right into their formations. We can zoom out real quick and get a nice perspective. My own archers are beating their archers. That Tomb King already defeated by Repons. The questing knights, they're fighting some Ushabti too, and easily breaking them down. I mean, they have a melee attack of 71. Henry Le Massif is currently fighting some Nehekaran warriors. Those are very strong. Girl Knights over here on the left flank, they have over 40 kills. They're breaking some skeleton spearmen. They have summoned in some Ushabti. Now, I did leave some spears in reserve for that reason alone, to handle any Ushabti that are summoned in. So there we go. Let's have a look at the battle. They're currently patching up with their passive. We're using our trebuchet to hit their units who are coming to find us. There goes another big shot. Check it out. Not a great shot, by the way, but it was made. We can see how wide this battlefield is, rather. We have knights on the left flank who are now pulling back. They'll be charging back in momentarily. We've got over here Henry fighting a group of tomb guards who have halberds, which means they have anti-large. We're looking at battle pilgrims who have 18 kills, 19 kills, and only growing as they fight some Nehekaran warriors. We've got foot squires over here at over 50 kills, fighting more of them. We've got our men-at-arms who are fighting a bunch of tomb guard, which is not ideal or great for them. Unfortunately, I only have one unit over here, and they're being torn to shreds, despite their very high stats. I mean, they were already beat up by that tomb swarm. These Ushabti have been broken down. Here's another tomb swarm, and we definitely cannot pull out, so we're just going to be losing a lot more. So it's really just due to this darn spells that we lose so much. Over here are Grell Knights with nearly 100 kills. Back over here, we have Questing Knights who are still fighting at over 100 kills, despite fighting Spearmen. Here comes Army number 2. We can see a more cinematic view of what's happening. Here they all come right now. But Pawns is still fighting right in the middle. We've got another charge that's just going to break down all of the undead right over here. I mean, Grell Knights and Questing Knights fighting together, fighting as a synergized group. Nothing gets better. We have our trebuchet continuing to attack. We have our own bowmen trying to go after some of their bowmen, though they have way too many bowmen, so we'll need to use our, well, not our range, but our mounted units to go fight them. There's our damsel fighting in melee combat. I will allow her to do that. She's able to do that. Over here, we've got some Nehekaran warriors, and they're fighting these foot squires who have over 100 kills. Henry is at 77. He's still fighting. Even though your leaders are very powerful, it does take them time to accumulate kills. So you have to have like a little bit of a format where they can just kind of like stay in there for a bit. So here's our knights now coming in from behind. They're going to purge these archers. So I will no longer need to focus on them any longer. There's only a few left. We're looking at 2 groups left. But if you allow them to attack for a long time, like over here, 33 kills. That's a lot. For me, that's a lot. But if we charge in, it will no longer be a lot. It'll be done for. We'll have solved our issue. And there we go. A double charge from 2 groups of Grell Knights. Let's go check on our right flank where we are winning decisively. Again, we have Questing Knights fighting nearby. We're looking at all of our infantry who are holding on. They've got a stretched out formation. Right over here, Rapans is helping her soldiers hold. She's at nearly 200 kills. She's 44 shy as of right now. These peasant bowmen. One group has over 200 kills, nearly 300 kills. The other one has 93. I mean, a good shot like this to hit them is an ideal way to tear down some enemies quickly. I've got some men-at-arms who are about to break. Unfortunately, they're not going to be here any longer. They're now broken. They're craven fools. And over here, we have foot squires who are fighting these warriors still, but unfortunately also a Tomb King. The Tomb King will certainly kill a lot of them. Henry finally beat that group of Tomb Guards, and he's at 102 kills and only growing 104 now. These battle pilgrims have been fighting on their own, so we need to help them out. We're looking at skeleton warriors and also a group of Tomb Guard who finally fell apart, so that's great. It looks like now, though, they're all beginning to crumble. But Pawns is 5 shy from 200 kills, and it's over. We've won the fight. You saw how we did it. We have all these buffs, and now we get to finally get ready for the final battle to take on that blasted pyramid. That was a very good win. We lost over 500. They lost over 5,000. I think we won. All right, now we can push back for a minute. I could even send in Sir John to go after the actual pyramid. But either way, we're going to need to patch up, or I'm going to lose way too many. There we go. More technology completed. More growth and leadership for peasants. Now let's go work on our friends, the dwarfs. Now you've got to go win your naval battle, Mogan. Get on over. You'll be there very soon. Actually, get a little bit closer, I suppose. Yeah, get on over there. Now, John, it's time for you to move in. What about you, Rapans? Well, it depends on how big the gear... Okay, it's pretty large. Never mind. We need to move back. We'll come back. Don't worry. There we go. It won't take her nearly as long to replenish. She has an extra point to utilize. Well, we need to make sure that our infantry is doing a bit better. More melee defense for them, or even leadership can help out. I mean, they're the ones having to hold the line for everyone here. They had a bit of a physical resistance. Blessing of the Lady, 20%. If it wasn't for that, then I don't know if we could have held. All right. For you, you get a new follower. And a gruel, I mean, look, I have extra money, extra bits of coin lying around that I can certainly utilize. Put it over here too. There's my tavern. What else do we want? Probably more income, so I'll take some fields. We could change that tavern up later to build something to help out, like a windmill. That would help out a lot for my income for that fields. And that's it for our current turn. We're getting closer to the Black Pyramid of Nagash. But it always takes time. It always takes a little bit of time. But eventually, it'll be okay. It's just really about getting to a point and place where we can begin to focus on a new foe. And I can't do that until every single undead has been destroyed and taken from the desert, where we get to take what we want. And I like that so very much more. All right, raiding. I get it. I understand.
Yes.
John, you only have so much water left, so I will need you to pop one back over here briefly.
Blessings of the lady be
Come over here. Pop in. All right, you're back at 5 turns. Pop back out. Funny how that works out. So you do need to like pop back in briefly before you do that. Understood. They're already building up 2 new armies. Yeah, I thought maybe she could do it on her own. She did win. I'm just hoping they won't get 2 full stacks by the time we get back. Hopefully not. It's finally time to get that Black Pyramid. You can see it right over there. My God. It needs to go away. Henry Le Massif, he's charging in to go destroy a Tomb Prince. Our initial army, led by Sir John, the first one here, they're bringing up the siege towers to the walls, and it looks like they're going to be able to make it despite the high damage they are taking. Over here are our leaders. We've got, of course, Sir John and his 2 paladins. They are charging in right now together. Brothers who are going into battle. They've opened the gate, unfortunately, and they do have a Necro Sphinx. That's going to be a huge threat. Over here is a Kimrian War Sphinx as well to the right. But our army's moving in. The siege towers are about to make it. We can send in as many units as we need to onto the walls. We are going to lose a lot, and I do understand that. There's just no getting around that. Our secondary army, led by Repons, it's right over here. Our knights are going to charge in to go help her out with breaking down the enemy gates. And while this is happening, look at who's about to destroy a Tomb Prince. Henry. It's getting back up. And he gets to strike down a few more. It's still coming back, though. Take it on. I believe in you. It's an easy and great way to have a nice win. I mean, he's at over 100 melee attack, 83 melee defense. And here's our... I mean, look at that. That's just a lot of damage from these blasted towers. But I'm glad it's only going to happen to one army and not 2 of them. Unless they activate more towers, but hopefully they will not. Here comes all of our battle pilgrims, Faith and Lady, and all that good stuff, helping us get to where we need to be. And so look at that. Men-at-Arms are now moving in. They're going to climb into the towers. I can't believe they weren't destroyed. That makes me very happy. Usually I'd lose like 1 or 2 now, as high-tier towers are very powerful. So we're going to allow our infantry to climb up on every portion of this wall, while my knights alone come to help out right over here. And of course, we have magic to utilize too. A good comment of Cassandora would certainly do quite a bit to them. Right over here, Henry's at 25 kills, still fighting a lot. He's lost a lot of health, considering it's only the very beginning of the battle. Over here, we have foot squires and battle pilgrims on the walls and more units. We just need them to kind of climb up so that we can actually get down there. We have more ladders that are coming on right now. And it looks like they have brought out their Himerian War Sphinx. What a shame. They're closing the door. Also, what a shame. That means we need to buff up our own leaders so that they can fight that Kimrian War Sphinx. Look at that, though. They've already dealt quite a bit of damage, all things considered. I mean, it's 2 paladins, 1 lord, and look at that damage. I mean, Sir John has over 600 weapon strength. He's a juggernaut. He's even stronger in terms of pure strength than Henry. There's our archers getting some hits in right now. We've got a nice Curse of the Midnight Wind to weaken them. We'll be using more magic as we get along. There's a fireball. I mean, look at that. They are actually slaying that War Sphinx on their own. They didn't need that much help at all. No help outside of just a little bit of magic. It's cornered. You think it has them cornered. No, no. It is indeed cornered. Strike it down. Make it pay. It's dropping, it's diminished, and it's gone. So on their own, they took out that mighty creature. Okay, some more of our units are now on the walls. We'll have to fight more undead. That catapult is still very much there. So who do we have over here? Henry's having to fight, trying to get rid of that Screaming Skull catapult. That has 33 kills right now. He's at 54 kills on his own. A tower has been destroyed. I'll take that. Did they destroy it? Huh. Anyway, here comes our Gras Relique. Got a few units grouped up over here. We're still trying to break down that front gate. All the while, we are fighting on the walls, getting some archers. My own archers are hitting their warriors right over here, and some of their archers too, shooting at my Gras Relique. And let's see. On the other wall, led by the forces of Repons, we're looking at foot squires and other... I mean, just everyone is here. Everyone. Some undead are coming onto the wall. They're being struck down as they come onto the wall. Whenever that front gate is broken open, we can then charge forward. So how much longer do we have? It's at 79%. They have summoned in some Ushabti. That's going to be brutal, but we're going to send everyone down just to do what we can. Here's another Curse of the Midnight Wind. I'm using more of my magic to help them. I want to aid them a little bit more than anyone else. I just want to make sure that they are safe and doing okay. There's a lot of enemies over here. I would very much like to break them up. Okay, the archers, I don't know how many kills that they have right now. Let's have a look. Actually, a decent amount. Over 40, over here, over 50. Ooh, those towers are getting some nice hits in. We have broken them down with our knights who are now charging through. Let's see. Is that gate finally broken? Oh, wait. No, not quite. So they were not about to charge through. Though we are getting close to it. Henry's still fighting. Enemy gates are destroyed over here. At the very least, we can now begin to move in. I've got some infantry who are already fighting on their own down below by the gate. There's a lot of evil to kill. Oh, right. I forgot. I do have a trebuchet. That's what destroyed it. My bad. Completely blanked out on that trebuchet. It just occurred to me when I saw that beautiful flying stone. And here comes another group of our beloved knights now ready to charge in. I'm keeping the little icon bars up so that you can get good perspective on what is happening, all the while seeing the battle. So it's a little bit more minimalistic, but you can still make out what is happening. I mean, it is savage. That's a lot of Ushabti. The knights will begin to move in. I want all of these enemies of mine to crowd around in one general location. Oh, what I could do to them. Let's go back over here. We can see that our infantry and knights are all working together. We're breaking down a lot of them. I mean, that's a lot of evil. But Repons... Oh, we took out their lord too. Henry was able to take on their lord. Fighting alone, he's at 71 kills. That catapult hasn't been able to fire. And here comes a Comet of Cassandora. It is now time to see some beautiful magic. Look at that. Completely obliterated their units. That was a savage, savage movement, lady. You love to see it. You love to see it. And we still have knights who are able to move in. It did like some damage, but it looks like it didn't like kill them outright, which is good. Happy about that. I wonder where she's at right now. Do I have her like, yeah, right over here. There we are. She was able to get 62 kills from that one comet. I was able to weaken all of their units. Looks like we're about to win the fight. They do have some skeleton archers who are getting some attacks in. We're still kind of fighting at this line right over here. You can see that Repons is always at the front line. It's at 100 kills. I think they're beginning to crumble now. Henry's over here also still fighting, and they're unable to really get to him with a Necro Sphinx. 74 kills by Henry Le Massif. Who else do we have? More infantry units that are fighting down the wall. I've brought up the peasant bowmen who can climb on up to help out, as we still do have more infantry coming in to fight. We do have magical units who are going to be able to easily take that on. They do have some skeleton archers who are killing the rest of this group of foot squires. Unfortunately, they were just in a poor location. Otherwise, they probably would have been okay. But let's have a look over here. More infantry are now moving in. They had over 3,500. Now they are reduced greatly in number. So we're about to have an awesome, awesome win. It's going to allow me to move on to just something else. We've been here for so long. It's finally time to do something else, probably. Skeleton Spearmen, Tomb Guard with halberds. Infantry are now charging in to the front, to the middle of their square. And we're still fighting on his own at 82 kills. That's majestic. Well, you do what you gotta do, pal. Okay. Here are some lords over here. What else do we have? We've got some questing knights. 4 kills total. Greve Relique, of course, no kills. They're just gonna meant to be an icon of devotion. We've got men at arms who are still fighting these Tomb Guard who have a lot of kills. We're trying to shoot down at some of them just to liberate them from that egregious attack. You can see that we've already beaten a lot of them. They're not really moving too much. I've got my infantry moving in. We've got some battle pilgrims also moving in. Some men at arms also helping out, going after Necro Sphinx. They've got Ushabti left, but they are now again just beginning to crumble. Oh, that guy didn't make it. He's not going home. We've beaten their leaders, and we have taken the Black Pyramid of Nagash. Thanks to Henry, Rapons, Sir John, and company. It's all over. That was a close victory, but we did it. We lost over 800. Now we can occupy it. Part of me wants to burn it down, but we're going to occupy it. We shall use it for good. We'll turn it into the Pure Pyramid of the Lady. And we have gained the Silver Lance of the Blessed. Forged by Jill, the Uniter himself, this lance instantly turns all but the purest, bravest souls to fire. Plus 20 to charge, plus 6 to melee attack, which is really good. And plus 3 to Untainted for one of our paladins to get rid of more corruption here. Now we've done it. Another grand mission completed. Ooh, the Vault of Nagash. More vampiric corruption would show up, but we would get magic resistance, a higher Lord recruit rank, and more wins of magic. I mean, just for the narrative, you know, we might end up getting rid of it one day, but for now, it's here. Or the general idea to explain it would be that it's here, and we're just going to not touch it. We'll just leave it. But we'll get Venerate the Lady for more control and more Untainted. We do, fortunately, have a tavern. We'll turn it into a coaching inn. We're going to need a wall, of course. We already have a night watch. Oh, thank goodness. So there's a lot here that is already going to help me out. And then we'll build a Grell chapel. Oh, that's so good. Okay, rank 11 for our good buddy. Now it's time to give him Wound Maker. He's at 641. I mean, they took on a Necro Sphinx or a War Sphinx or whatever on their own. That little group of, you know, our Lord and 2 Paladins, they did it on their own, which was really awesome to see. Very heroic of everyone. There's Scarred Veteran for you. I don't really have much more for you right now. Let's go look through. I know someone needs something here, like for a weapon. You've got what you need. I could give you that, but you don't take a lot of damage as it stands right now. Henry takes more damage, actually, so I'll give him that. And you know what? Take your lance. Now you're going to be at 150 for charge bonus. That's insane. There can only be 1, right? Huh. What a strong guy. Anyway, let's go look at what else we have here. We need to give you what then, I suppose? Scouting. I mean, are we done with magic? We're done with magic, so yeah, we'll give... Well, actually, first off, let's give her Aura of the Lady that provides a aura for nearby units. And I think that'll work out. 3 armies total. We're still trying to find some treasure for him to pick up without being hit by some of the freebooters or whatever. If we can't do it right now, we can always do it later, because I would like to have a 3rd army coming to help me out, at least a little bit. That is the plan, and I think it is a good plan. The Sentinels over here are looking pretty darn good. Let's see, a Taskmaster, more campaign movement range, more of a line of sight. We've got, what else do we have? A settlement besieged, right, just a little force coming to bother us. And now the dwarves should like me a lot more. Is it like instant? Oh, it's just improving, so it will still take time.
No way.
But they're going to like me a lot more now. They're still the #1 faction.
Armored in faith.
Goodbye, Destroyed Tomb King.
Know who I am.
So what do we get to do now? We get to actually move to the east now. Way over here. We'll just take whatever attrition that we need to, because we're trying to move quickly. And rank 12 for Sir John. I like how even in a new campaign, Sir John is always here doing a great job at killing everyone. So here we go. The Blessing of the Lady providing a passive ability. Plus 20% to physical resistance. I wonder if it like stacks up or not. I have no idea. With the one that you get from just like winning so many fights. Alright, so now that we've done that, we need to look at what we need to destroy. Vampire counts, wood elves, no. Dark elves, I say no again. Safer Woods Decree, that's for the Beastmen. That's for Skaven. The High Seas for the Vampire Coast. The Green Tide, that will come on very, very soon. For now, though, let's go make more money. Yeah. Here we go. We'll get improved trade vessels. And then for Mogan, did I give you that intentionally or did you already have that? I can't remember. Anyway, I want you to improve your army just a little bit. So take that because you're not at a high level right now. That does worry me. Gustav, there you go. And now we get end our turn. So we'll use our goal to get some technology completed because it's a good choice. It's what we should be doing. So let's get ready for something new. Kraz a Karak, the Black Crag. And we also have some other people too. Join a war against, okay. So they want me to join a war when it comes to fighting Grimgor, which I certainly do want to do. I will need to definitely get that new technology or that diplomacy line for them so that I don't have to deal with any attrition or whatever. Migration, I don't want that. I don't like losing any manner of control over my lands. So now we are making more money. We've gained a servant. Let's go back over here and pick up Harbor Master Bribes. So 50 for chivalry, but we also get more income from trade again. We're just going to keep on going down that route and get all the money that we can from trade. Because eventually we're going to trade with you-know-who. And I want to make sure that... Wait, let's see. Do we have money? We don't really have a lot of money left, so I can wait. I do want her to come over here. It's time to kind of build up a little bit, I think. It is now about time for us to begin a new war. Grimgor is actually here too. We'll take care of him all in due time, but for now, I would like to go take out more Tomb Kings. We're nearly there. We're almost ready. We have about one more turn to make it over to Karag Orad. Granite Massif, the Granite Mountain. We'll have to wait on that one, I suppose. Death Gorge, we can move up into. Karag Osgal. I wonder, are they fighting the Greenskins? Hold on, let me just go back. I always forget that I can just do that as I told you before. There we go. They are. They are. They're evidently pretty fragmented. The last defenders I might not fight. I could certainly do so, but I don't think I will. I think they're okay. Alright. So what we'll do then, we'll let Sir John go after that little army. We'll keep our little outpost here. And I'm now working on new technology, the Green Tide Decree. We'll gain more chivalry when fighting them. They'll hate me more. We'll become immune to barren wasteland attrition. I want to make sure I get these two before we begin the war if we can help it. That way when we hit them, it's going to be like a truck. I have a lot of gold. I need more gold than what I have right now, but I think this is pretty sufficient and it's pretty darn good. And we're going to see that I'm going to be able to take on a lot of enemies. Lothern is coming over here. That's really... Or was that the Order of the Lord Masters? There are factions who are coming out here and it's very weird. Kind of like how Vlad came out here. I'm not sure why they're coming out here. We finally took the Black Pyramid of Nagash. We took the Tower of Ark in the Black. I mean, we've taken a lot of major constructs from our foes that other factions could not take on their own. The Bowmen of Orient, I'm not worried about them. It would be interesting to kind of have like a desert-themed Wood Elf army. Basically like Sand Elves from Eberron. Alright, Great Incantation of Kassar. Is raiding that's happening over here. I'm well aware. Negative growth over in the Black Pyramid. That's okay. No one should be living there. It shouldn't be allowed. And while we are there, let's go fight that army that's been causing me issues for quite some time now. Very annoying issues. No, to fight up here without my technology is such a bad idea. I really feel like more factions should have access to technology like that to allow you to fight in different parts of the map. That way you would have to invest time in trying to get to that point. Okay. Sir John, what I shall give you today, you're already very, very strong, but I want you to hit more in freaking combat. So you'll get a deadly blade. He'll be at 78 in one more turn. For the two paladins, let's go work on them too. Repons, let's go over here to Krag. It's time. It's a minor garrison, thankfully, though we did lose a lot by auto-resolving. We can easily occupy it. I suppose I will take it for fun. grand fun. There's a new potion of healing. Very nice. I'll give it to someone. Maybe you, Henry? Maybe you, Henry. All right, we'll put a point over into hard to hit. 80 melee defense. Awesome. No, I think I want you to patch up in the middle of a big fight. I've made you much more durable, and that is intentional. For you, my dear, what shall we give you? The Lady's Mantle? I think not. We shall work on Awakening of the Wood. I have yet to master that ability. And over here, new moss can be upgraded. Very nice. I don't want to consume too much chivalry, so I don't want to go down that route too often. Over here are more ability points. Again, I usually don't show the leveling up process nearly as much, but I have been lately. I don't know how all of you feel about that. If you like for me to skip that and just do it on my own or what. Again, tactile feedback lets me know what's up and what you like and everything else too. All right, so while we are here, we could use more replenishment. So we'll get a pox shelter, especially in a very hostile land where replenishment is kind of a pain. It's going to be a pain, but we'll have to deal with it. We'll have to contend with those issues. All right, are any locations I own unhappy? Not really, no. They're all doing fine. I'll have to ignore some of their building prompts. I don't want to build everywhere all the time. As far as Mogan goes, I might use someone else once I get like a few more bits of technology where I can maybe have them begin around level 10. I think that would be fun. I don't want to kind of like go down this route where, you know, I'm using a low-leveled lord. I'm not attached to Mogan like I'm attached to, like, let's say, Sarah John. Now, Sarah John is an awesome character. We know all about him, all about his campaign, all of that good stuff. Okay, Sir John, you are still trying to replenish, I understand.
The lady calls me.
Right, they use their incantations, so moving into their lands is going to be a nightmare. I should probably get some new agents out here just to kind of be used on the campaign map. I need to kill some of their agents or they're going to bother me. Aura of the Lady, take that. More magic resistance for adjacent units. Okay, let's move you away from that location because, again, you need to be able to replenish and quickly. Thankfully, we've got some areas close by. All right, so now that we've have that put together, Mogan, if I were to replace you, who could I find? Rank 5, so it would be the equivalent, sure. The virtue of stoicism, okay. We might as well keep you then, if it's not really that much higher. I don't really have any other items for you. I do have Gambler's Armor. You could probably use that. Keep your potion of speed. Yeah. I think that'll do it. What's over here? Gentleman Jenkins. That would be a relatively, well, maybe an easy army for you to beat. I think I might give you more Pegasus Knights in the future. Yeah, I think I'll do that. We won't really have any archers, but that's okay. We'll be all about clashing with our foe quickly. It'll give them like a very nice theme. Now, what about agents? Do we have any tools for that? Level 9, very good, but that's really far away. Level 9 over here. I'm trying to find a slightly closer location. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Heaven's Magic, Confident, Fleet-Footed. Anything for the campaign map? Let's see. Aggressive, Disciplined. I guess we'll take you. You are tough. That's plus 25 to armor. Very cool. And we're going to use you out on the campaign map to steal technology and to block enemy armies. So actually, hold on. Let's come back over here. Specialist. We're going to block. We're going to wound. And we're going to cleanse corruption while we're out there. There we go. We're going to let her come on up. Like way over here. We'll grab a paladin too because we need someone else to come help out with these issues. Noble Disdain, 15% missile resistance. I actually like that a lot. We'll take that. Who knows? I may one day use you in some other capacity. For right now, no. All right, we'll also give you Assault Garrison, and that should do it. So now, we've got so many different types of heroes out on the field who will probably do a pretty good job in the very beginning. The idea is that they're effective from day one to where I don't have to train them up completely. They will be trained up. They will become better, but... So now, Lothern and Nagarond are fighting a war. That's good, and that will keep the High Elves busy. You want them to keep busy. If they're bored, they come after you. Sir John has gained Taskmaster. What else has happened now? Ah, a prince. A little tomb prince doing their own little tomby thing. All right, Sir John will be ready to fight very soon. We're still replenishing over here. Let's go. So Death Gorge is the big target. That is the big one that I need to go after. We've already fought 2 major fights. I mean, really major fights, too.
My deeds are legend.
Very good. Now they can come over here.
Going forth.
I suppose we could keep his army cheaper, but he needs to win a battle at sea for him to get his next tier of stuff. So let's go fight that battle because I need to. I've got to if I want to, you know, get my stuff together. All right, they've got artillery, but very weak infantry, a lot of range units. My army is pretty much built for that. Let's go. Oh, what could we do if we could find a pirate and quarter them? Good idea. Let's do that here. Gentleman Jenkins, you've been discourteous and rude, and you've been charged with not dressing with a stylish hat. Your shiny head is a crime to humanity. We will end you for that. I haven't seen the Empire in quite some time. They are arcing some artillery shots right towards our brave men. We have Pegasus Knights right over here on the right flank. Elsewhere, we also have our mounted yeomen. They'll be moving in to get some shots in and to also disrupt whatever they can from a nice charge. Our main army's right over here where they're going to be pummeled probably by artillery and ranged units. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Youch. It wasn't kind. It wasn't lovely. It's got to be stopped. There we go. We're getting a few attacks in. They're returning fire now. We're getting a few volleys in with our mounted yeoman archers. It's an awesome affair. Let's take care of them. Feels nice to not fight things that have like a passive crazy tomb swarm piece of crap thing or Ushabti coming in. Makes my life a little bit easier. You know, our goal is just to hit them everywhere, to engage every ranged unit. I'm not worried about their infantry. My knights are finally moving in. We're looking at Knights of the Realm and 1 regiment of Renown. They have very high charge bonuses. So what did I do then? Pegasus Knights are charging in at 20 kills over here. We've got another group right over here at 10 kills. We've got a Flock of Doom to damage some of them. We've got some of our mounted yeoman archers now charging in. Again, they might lose a lot, but their goal is to keep artillery busy, to keep ranged units busy. And while that's happening, we have brought in a Manticore from our damsel of the Beast Lords of Magic. And there is our lovely Relique, also right here. So let's have a good fine look at what's happening elsewhere. We're looking at just a lot of knights, a lot of units all charging in. These knightly charges are breaking apart these blasted humans. Oh, wait, we're human. Hold on. I mean, these blasted Imperials. Let's clarify, huh? I'm not a lobster man. You're a lobster man. There's our Manticore. Yeah, I think I might end up getting rid of 1 mounted yeoman group and just going for another group of Pegasus Knights. I think that'll be fun, but mounted yeomen are actually pretty fun. I find them fun. They're not always effectual in a very decisive way, but as long as you have an army that can compensate for having that weakness, they're okay. Ah, Gentleman Jenkins fighting our paladin, Gustav. Look at him. No hat. Shameful. Another Flock of Doom. All upgraded and extended. We're trying to break them as quickly as possible. We have so many charges going on. Let's have a look over here on the left flank. We've got our mounted yeomen going after 1 group of Free Company militia. Infantry following suit. They're 1 group of spearmen. They're getting destroyed by my foot squires and other peasants. Then over here, they've all broken and we've won the battle. Now we can leave. It's time to go. That battle's been won. We can just kill them off. I mean, they're a bunch of pirates. They're not allowed to be here. Not today. Maybe Mogan will go after Sartosa. I think that might be an interesting battle for him. Bring him back over here to Al Hayik. Okay, at your rank, we'll put a point into Lowborn Militia. Again, we just want to make sure our infantry is a little bit stronger because he doesn't have the traditional armies that I use in my other formats. Gustav, let's see, you've got... You know what? I could just give us a flying theme here. So take a Pegasus now. For your magic, dear lady, let's give you that transformation again. It's a bit cheaper now. Good. Then we'll have another flying unit. Okay, when it comes to all of our money, all the gold that we have, we can build up walls over here, not that we really need it. Imperial corruption is going up. We do get more magic because of it, so we do benefit from it. And our agents are all moving into position. We need to get ready now for a new war. Sir John is still replenishing. Over here, we've got Repons, and we're still waiting on some technology to kind of get rid of this blasted Baron. Let's see. No, well, right now it's not due to it, but we're not yet immune to Baron attrition. But there's also the Sandstorm. So, I mean, those two things would be kind of an issue for me. So we'll wait maybe until we get, let's see, Yeah, 2 more turns and then we'll be good to go. And we probably need to also wait out the overall sandstorm that's happening over here. But we should call it here for right now. Everyone, do leave a like down below if you've been enjoying this campaign. And as always, until then.